This is the polisher I'm going to use. And this one was basically a wheel polisher because it's got all these different types of buffs. That's what we call them, buffs, which are different shape, diamond shaped, small rounded shapes to get inside your wheels right here. You know, if you want to do your wheels, let me say one thing about doing wheels. Wheel aluminum is not like motorcycle aluminum, or that's hard aluminum, all right? On bikes and everything else, it's soft aluminum where it's easier to do. What we're going to do is use this polish right here, which is a sand. Of course, I can't get it off naturally with the camera on, damn it. There we go. Yeah. If you look right here, it's basically a very fine sand in a wet matrix, which allows it to go onto the panel. Alright? With the sander, or excuse me, with the polisher, I'm going to heat up this polish and take the scratches that are in it, and I will basically melt the scratches smooth. That's how they do all polishing, and that's how they do all polishing in metal too. If you look at aluminum, polished aluminum, you'll see where it looks like the top part of it's melted, which it is. It requires heat in this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this polish, and I'm going to polish these up on the bike, because the bike is the best platform to hold this, because you're going to need pressure. This tool weighs right here about 5 kilograms. It is one heavy bitch. I mean, it's got torque like you wouldn't believe. You got to wear earplugs almost. It puts out so much juice. I usually like to do it by hand, but my hands hurt, and I'm just going to do it with this. And you can get a polisher. This is not your typical type. Your typical type of polisher has a large flat, either an 8 or 10 inch buffing pad, and you only use the like if this were the buffing pad right here, you only use about this part of it, and you tip it, and you do the same thing. You're basically heating up the area to melt the scratches of the clear coat. So that's what we're going to be doing. The trick is not what type of tool you use, but how you do it. And remember, you don't want to burn through. The first rule of doing this, if you're going to do it with a machine, remember, practice makes perfect. We learn by doing. And what you need is a good teacher, and we don't have teachers anymore, because all the teachers are old, a lot of them, and what these companies do is they just cashier them. They just say, you know, you're too old, get the fuck out. And these people that have years and years of knowledge, they can teach our young people, are being just told, look, you're too old, get the fuck out. And I just don't believe in that. And I'm old, and I'm just trying to pass on what knowledge I know. There are a million ways to do this. So if you don't like my method and you want to comment and disrespect me, well, I'll comment back, believe me. Your best bet is to, if you watch the video and you learn something, great. If you don't like it, just click it off and go to another one. But I suggest you look at all videos on polishing, and you may learn, keep an open mind, you may learn a lot of things. Well, we're going to go over it with the polishing compound, light to medium. What I like to usually do is, this comes in two types. It comes into your rough cut, which is a red, and it comes into light. So what I like to do is go from red. Then you want to completely clean everything off, all the grit off. You want to completely clean your pad off with water or whatever. It won't do you any good to use 1,000 grit polish when you have 200 grit polish on this buff. It won't do you any good at all. So we're gonna go with the light medium here, completely wash it off, and then I'll bring it back. I'll bring both pieces back and put them on the back of this car, and we'll look at them. And then we'll continually go down with finer and finer polish till we reach the end game, and you'll see a really marked, difference. You can see right here, if you look real close, you can see the scratches. See the dull scratches? Well, that's me trying to get it by hand. Okay, so we're going to take these out. Now, you don't have to just do this once and that's it, it's perfect. Your best bet is to do a little bit, stop, look at it. If it's not good enough for you, then keep going. This has water spots on it. And you keep practicing and you get it where you want it. The main rule is stay off the damn edges. Okay, that's the next thing.